If your body were a house, gonan would be the steel frame holding everything together. Your skin, bones, tendons, joints, blood vessels, seung your corneal, law rely on this remarkable protein. But herein the sad truth, by the time you turn 60, your body has already lost about 50% of its natural gorum. Not 5%, not 15%, but half of the konan you were born with. This process begins quietly around age 18, then speeds up after 40 with an average decline of about 1% each year. For women, the colon drop hits faster and harder. Within just the first 5 years after menopause, they can lose up to 30% of the konan in their skin. Let me tell you about Emma, a 63-year-old retired bank employee from the United States. After retirement, she planned to travel the country with her husband. But things didn't go as planned. Just 3 days into the trip, her knees hurt so badly she couldn't even climb a few hotel stairs. After a checkup, the doctor told her, "But your joint cartilage has thinned significantly due to gonan loss, now the experiencing stage 2 knee osteoarthritis." Emma was surprised. "A collagen. I thought that was just for she and not alone. Millions of people think the same. The truth is, gonan isn't just for beauty. It's a critical defense against joint pain, osteoporosis, and skin aging. Losing coluna doesn't just mean getting older. It means losing your ability to live well, live independently, and live with quality." So, what exactly is gonu? How many types are there? Which type helps your joints? And which helps your skin? The answers await in the next chapter, with a fascinating discovery from a laboratory in Germany. Collagen isn't just one single blah. So far, scientists have identified 28 different types of coluna, only 5 of them play a key role in the human body, especially when it comes to fighting joint pain, skin aging, and brittle bones after age 60. You can think of colunum as a big protein family, but with each member having a different job. Type I makes up about 90% of all konan in the body. It's a construction engineer for your skin, bones, and tendons, as it keeps skin firm and elastic and forms the strong framework for bones and teeth. Type E is the silent warrior that protects your joints, accounting for up to 90% of the konan in cartilage. Jian, what keeps your knees from creaking every time you stand up or sit down. Type IE works alongside type I and is found in arteries, intestines, and other internal organs, helping them stay strong and flexible. Type I is found in the base layer of the skin, where it acts like a cushion and protective shield. Lastly, type V is found in hair, the cornea of the eye, and the placenta, where it supports the structure of soft tissues. Meet William, a 67-year-old man from Australia. He used to be a fitness trainer, but after turning 60, his knees began to ache every time he walked to the beach, a place he'd visited since his youth. After research and consulting with experts, he started taking native type E down special type that targets joint cartilage. After just 3 months, William said, "But my joints no longer feel like rusty gears. I can walk like I'm 40 again." William Brun's story lines up with scientific research. Just 40 milligrams a day of type E konan significantly reduced joint pain and improved mobility, according to a 2023 study published in the journal PMC. Meanwhile, if your goal is smoother, firmer skin, then type I and type E are your best allies. In other words, not all konan is created equal. It's not just about taking konan, it's about choosing the right type for the right job. So how do you know if konan really works? If it's just another marketing gimmick? The answer may surprise you. It comes from a clinical trial with 870 participants from around the world. This is no longer just hearsay or word of mouth. Science now has a clear answer. A 2024 meta-analysis involving 870 participants across 11 placebo-controlled studies concluded that kolan tips significantly improve both joint pain and mobility, especially in older adults, This finding has shifted the medical community Jianvu's skepticism to evidence-based support. Let's take a closer look at a specific study from Shanghai 6-people lean hospital, where 100 women aged 40 to 70 with mild to moderate knee osteoarthritis were observed over 6 months. Half took Peptide brand Golunabit, the other half received a placebo. The results? The Collagen group showed a marked decrease in pain scores using the WOMAC and Lissom scales, two of the word and leading systems for assessing knee joint health. They could also stand up, sit down, and climb stairs more easily than the placebo group. One stunned case was Sarah, a 64-year-old former nurse from Vancouver, Canada. She was well aware of the long-term risks that pain medications pose to the liver and kidneys. She shared. But I was very skeptical at first, but after reading the Shanghai study, I decided to try it. After the first 4 weeks, I could turn over in bed without groaning. By month 3, I was back in the pool even the first time in 6 years. Notably, Sarah didn't change her diet or exercise routine. She simply added gulun tepis to her morning routine. Another meta-analysis from 2019 backed up these findings, showing that gulun reduced both VAS pain scores and overall WOMAC scores, meaning it helped ease both subjective pain and overall joint function. From Asia to Europe, the US to Australia, the research points in one direction. Collagen petit, especially hydrolyzed forms, may be the golden key that helps millions of older adults break free from chronic joint pain. But collagen power doesn't just stop at the joints, it's also a quiet savior for your skin and spine. This was revealed by a surprising experiment in Germany that you want to miss. Collagen bietet on to just ease joint pain. The deeper scientists dig, the more they discover that collagen acts like a biological multi-tool, working to restore skin, boost bone density, and protect joint cartilage all at once. First, let's talk about skin, which is the first mirror of collagen loss. In a 2020 German study, 39 hospitalized patients aged 65 and older were given 10 grams of Golunabit daily for 8 weeks. The results showed that skin hydration increased from 43.7 to 51.7, and that skin elasticity showed clear improvement. This was just based on personal impressions. Z was measured using professional biochemical instruments. A broader meta-analysis of 11 independent clinical trials found that collagen supplementation of 2.5 to 10 grams per day for 6 months significantly improved skin hydration, elasticity, and natural collagen levels in the skin. Next up are bones, the final fortress against fracture and osteoporosis. We often think of calcium when it comes to bone health, but collagen makes up 30 to 35% of bone structure, forming the scaffolding that calcium adheres to. In a European study of 102 postmenopausal women with low bone density, daily supplementation with 5 grams of hydrolyzed collagen for 12 months led to noticeable increases in bone density in the spine and hip, along with a reduction in fracture risk. This could be life-saving for millions of older adults, where even a minor fall can lead to a devastating lifelong disability. Michael's story is a real-life example of collagen triple impact. Michael is a 70-year-old retired structural engineer in Switzerland who enjoys gentle hikes in the Alps. He used to suffer from back pain, dry winter skin, and poor sleep. But after 6 months of taking 5 grams of collagen daily as recommended, he noticed less back discomfort and better sleep, no more flaky skin in winter, and a general feeling of strength and resilience. Michael joked, "But I don't feel younger, but I can handle winter like I did at 50." In short, if the body after 60 is like an aging house, collagen is the quiet, tireless repairman, restoring, reinforcing, and renewing from within. But how much collagen should you take and how long before you see results? These may sound like simple questions, but get them wrong and you could be throwing your money away. Did you know? Even though it's all called collagen, the different types come with different absorption mechanisms, different dosages, and very different effects. Herein the full picture. Something everyone over 60 should understand before spending a single dollar on supplements. First, Let's discuss Hydralist Golun, or Peptide. This is the most common form found in supplements. It's already broken down into smaller peptides, making it easier for the gut to absorb. Recommended daily doses vary based on your goals. For skin health, you take 2.5 to 10 grams per day. For joint support, 2.5 to 5 grams. For bone density, 5 grams. And for muscle mass, 15 to 20 grams per day. Additionally, long-term studies from 2023 and onward confirm that Hydralist Golun can be taken year-round without needing a break. The second type is undenatured type 2 Golun, or OK. Unlike hydrolyzed Golun, OK keeps its original structure. It works by training the immune system to reduce inflammation in joint cartilage. Its effective dose is just 40 milligrams per day. This is a great choice for mild to moderate arthritis, but it's not designed to help with skin or muscle health. When it comes to choosing between powder or capsules, powder is easier to absorb and better for higher doses of 5 grams and up. Capsules are more convenient, but contain lower doses, making them best for EU. As for how long before you see results, effects on joints can start around week 4 and become more noticeable after 3 to 6 months. For skin, the first signs appear around week 6, with the best results by 12 weeks. And for bones, a detectable improvement can be seen after 3 months as measured by Jessica scans. Let's look at a real-life story from Olivia, 61, from Florida. She shared, I took Golun for a month, then gave up because I didn't feel anything. But after reading the research, I gave it another try. By month 4, I could walk 2 kilometers without joint pain. Since then, I've taken 5 grams of Golun and 100 milligrams of vitamin C daily. Olivia's story reveals a vital truth. Collagen isn't an overnight miracle. It's a slow and steady solution, backed by science. But no matter how good Golun is, if used incorrect, it can cause problems. That's why the next chapter will alert you to potential side effects and who should not take Golun without caution. You may have heard hundreds of glowing reviews about Golun, but few talk about the other side of the coin. While Golun peptides are very safe for most people, they are not entirely risk-free as many assume. According to WebMD and top health authorities, Golun has been proven safe at doses of up to 10 grams per day for 6 months. But even so, some people may experience unwanted side effects. The most common side effects include mild digestive issues like nausea, bloating, diarrhea, or constipation. Some people may experience allergic reactions, especially when Golun is sourced from fish, shellfish, or eggs. If you have a history of seafood allergies, be very cautious. Other issues can include a fishy taste or odor, which is common with marine Golun, or high calcium levels. If your supplement contains added calcium and your intake isn't properly managed, there are also warnings from Mayo Clinic and Vinmec. People with chronic kidney disease or liver failure should speak with a doctor before taking Golun, as their bodies may struggle to process the extra protein load. Let's consider a cautionary tale from Anna, 66. From Norway, Anna was health-conscious and recently started taking Golun sourced from sea algae, but after just 1 week she developed a rash and mild diarrhea. Her doctor found that she had a mild seafood allergy which she had never known about. Fortunately, she stopped just in time and switched to hydrolyzed bovine Golun, free from flavoring and additives, combined with vitamin C. Since then, she had no issues. Here is how to avoid Golun-related risks. Always check the source of the Golun, whether it's fish, bovine, chicken, or pork. Start with a low dose in the first week to monitor your body in response. Choose tested reputable brands with quality control, and avoid Golun products with heavy additives like artificial flavoring or coloring. If you have sensitive digestion or known allergies, choose unflavored, unsweetened, and odorless Golun for the safest experience. Don't let one wrong product make you give up on something that could greatly improve your quality of life after 60. At this point, you've learned what Golun is, which types are best, how to dose it properly, and how to use it safely. But there is still one question that leaves thousands of people unsure. Can golu-rich foods work as well as supplements? Let you explore that next. When it comes to goran, many people are quick to reject supplements saying, but just eat bone broth, chicken skin, or fish skin thatja enough. It sounds reasonable, but what you the truth? First, let's look at golanam from natural foods, including its benefits and limitations. Common golan-rich foods include beef or chicken bone broth, fish or chicken skin, animal cartilage, and egg whites. Certain mushrooms, seeds, and vegetables can also help the body produce goluni. However, golone in natural foods is not hydrolyzed. That means the molecules are larger and harder to absorb compared to the peptides found in supplements. According to a 2025 review by Beth, to absorb the same amount of conam as in 5 grams of hydrolyzed peptides, you'd need to drink about 1 liter of rich bone broth every day, something most older adults can tabjaw consistently. Now for GONAS supplements, which are easier to absorb, easier to measure, and ideal for seniors. Collagen peptides have already been broken down into smaller amino acid chains, which absorb quickly through the gut lining. They don't require strong digestive enzymes, dissolve easily in water, coffee, or smoothies, and allow for precise daily dosing. That 10Y powdered or capsule form gonan is highly recommended for people over 60, especially those with weaker digestion or poor appetite. Also, don't forget the power partner, Vince. You could take golunol daily, but without enough vitamin C, your body won't to effectively produce its own golan. Research shows that vitamin C stimulates fibroblasts to produce type 1 and 4 collagen. The recommended daily intake is 75 to 110 milligrams for adults. A helpful tip is to eat more oranges, strawberries, bell peppers, or kiwi, or consider a small daily vitamin C supplement if needed. Consider the real-life story of James, 68, from Ireland. James loved cooking and made bone broth every week to get natural golan. But after a bone density scan and joint checkup, his doctor saw no improvement. So James switched to 5 grams per day of golamed dips plus 100 milligrams of vitamin C, and within just 12 weeks, his bone density improved significantly. He shared, "But I still enjoy making bone broth, but now I treat it as a delicious meal. When it comes to joint health, I let golamed tips do the heavy lifting." In summary, when comparing natural sources to supplements, natural gonu has low absorption and is hard to dose, with very slow or uncertain results, making it difficult for seniors to maintain. In contrast, gonari supplements offer high absorption and easy dose control, with clear results often visible within 2 to 3 months, making them highly suitable for seniors. Natural gonum is still good, but it can not fully replace the benefits of supplements. Still, not all supplements work equally well. In the next chapter, we will answer the most common and confusing questions from around the world, like when to start, what type to choose, and how to get the best results. Let's join a warm morning conversation between Dr. Ling, a geriatric specialist in California, and her 2 longtime patients, Mary, 59, and Thomas, 66. They meet every morning at a small cafe near the park, talking about aging, health, and now, Gunon. Mary asks, "But doctor, I'm 59. My joints aren't too bad yet, but my skin is starting to wrinkle. Should I start taking Goru now, or wait until it really gets worse?" Dr. Ling smiles and explains, "But Mary, Golan isn't like a painkiller. You don't wait until it hurts to take it. Research shows that by age 60, we lost nearly 50% of our natural Golan, and the decline actually starts after 30. It's never too early to start. The sooner, the better the results." Thomas then says, But doctor, I've heard some people say Gonan is all hype, that it only works because people believe it does. Is that true?" Dr. Ling replies, Not at all. Thomas, there are at least 11 placebo-controlled studies proving the real effects of Golan Peptides joint pain, skin elasticity, and even bone density. If it were just the placebo effect, how come the people taking the real Gonan saw clear improvements, while the placebo group didn't, huh? That's why modern medicine now officially recognizes Goran as a clinically supportive therapy. Mary follows up, but so what kind of Gonam is best for me? Some say to take it for skin, others say for joints. Arman confused. Dr. Ling says, Mong, great question. Herein my personal guide for patients. If your goal is joint pain relief and cartilage support, you should go with undenatured type 2 gulanin or ueibuk at just 40 milligrams per day, which is very effective for joints. If you want to improve skin, hair, nails, and bones, choose hydrolyzed glutamate dips from bovine or marine sources at 2.5 to 10 grams per day. And if you want full body support, you can try a multi-collagen blend. Just make sure Jan from a clean, trustworthy brand without harmful additives, Thomas asks. But, so, do I have to take Godana all year long? Can't we take a break now and then? Dr. Ling clarifies, but this is a common misconception. With hydrolyzed Goran, it's completely safe to take it year-round. No need to stop. In fact, stopping and starting can make the effects less consistent. Mary then asks, but isn't Gona expensive? Though I heard some brands cost over $1 million Vietnam John Paul Bon. Dr. Ling explains, but actually, it's more affordable than most people think. In the US, seniors spend about $186 per year on Colorin, Hachun around 350,000 VNTs on per month, which is far less than the cost of long-term joint pain medications. Some trusted brands at reasonable prices include Vital Proteins, Collagen Peptides, Orgain Collagen Peptides, and now Aquatic Beauty Powder. This is a long-term investment in your mobility and independence, much better than waiting until you need a wheelchair to take action. The conversation ends with warm smiles and a sense of relief, but for millions of older adults around the world, one question still remains. Now that you know all this, will you take action? The answer lies in our final chapter. We just spent over 20 minutes together, not simply learning about a supplement, but walking through a journey to reclaim your right to live healthy, independent, and free in your later years. Now you know that after age 60, those painful steps may come from losing up to 50% of your natural Gonan. You know that Gonan Peptides aren't a miracle cure, but they're one of the safest, most effective, and scientifically backed tools for protecting your joints, skin, and bones. You also know that dozens of clinical studies support Golan use, based not on hype but on real data. And most importantly, you know it's never too late to start. But the earlier you begin, the clearer the results. You might be John, 68, who just wants to keep taking his grandkids to the park. You might be Emma, 63, wishing for skin that no longer dry and knees that don't ache when you sit. Or maybe they're just you, someone who deserves to live the years ahead, not just surviving, but truly living. Today is the best day to begin. Don't wait until your doctor puts you on monthly pain meds. Don't wait until you can't stand up without help. In the next video, I will reveal the top 5 collagen types for adults over 60, along with how to pair them with vitamin C and smart nutrition to maximize results. You will get a personalized formula for your unique needs, whether for your skin, joints, bones, or all three. Subscribe today so you won't miss out. You will receive science-based videos with no hidden ads. You'll get insights that touch the heart, not just throw numbers. And most of all, each video will help you build a more vibrant, fulfilling life after 60. Let me walk with you, step by step, scoop by scoop of Golan, small change by small change, so that life after 60 isn't just about getting by, but about living at your peak.